Breaking news, the Americans have just won the Revolutionary War. I repeat, the Americans have just won the war. This is a huge victory. Here we have General Washington and General Rochambeau, who are going to tell us exactly what strategies they used against the British and how they achieved such an amazing triumph. Generals?
Hello. Good evening.
First of all, gentlemen, how does it feel to have finally defeated the British?
Feels outstanding.
It's tremendous.
Congratulations. What I really want to know is how did Degrassi impact the outcome of this war?
Well, you see, Lieutenant Degrassi was in Cuba collecting money to help us out with the war. Because he knew that Cornwallis was at Yorktown, Degrassi began his trip there from Cuba. After he left the Caribbean, he came across British ships led by Sir Thomas Graves that were going to assist Cornwallis. With the protection from the Spanish Navy, Degrassi and his French troops were able to defeat Graves at the Battle of the Chesapeake, which ultimately prevented Cornwallis from getting reinforcements.
What were Cornwallis and his British troops doing at Yorktown?
They followed Marquis de Lafayette and our Continental Army there. Cornwallis was theoretically trying to make a port at Yorktown.
When did Degrassi arrive at Yorktown?
He arrived in late August, around the time we were in New York. It was unbelievable. He brought 17,000 troops in addition to all the money that he collected from Cuba. Degrassi then set up a naval blockade and everything. The British had no escape whatsoever.
Why were you two in New York?
We met up there because we wanted the British to believe we were taking it back. However, once we heard that Degrassi and his troops were at Yorktown, we left New York and went straight south. That was about 3 weeks ago.
How did you defeat the British at Yorktown?
On October 14th, we dug our first parallel and bombarded the British using heavy artillery and assault tactics. Later on the 15th, we dug our second parallel and continued the bombardment. By the 16th, it became clear that Cornwallis was attempting to evacuate his troops. It took a couple days for negotiations, but Cornwallis officially surrendered this morning.
What do you think of General Cornwallis?
Well, he is definitely an embarrassment to the British military. He didn't even formally present himself at the ceremony of surrender because he claims he is too sick.
Well, now you have it. The war is over. What do you think will come of all this?
Well, sir, hopefully we will become an independent nation without interference from the British Crown, as we have dreamed of and fought for.
Thank you, gentlemen.
No, thank you.
It's truly been a pleasure.
From Continental News, we wish the absolute best and happy independence.